Today, I'm going to tell you an interesting story about the life of Saint Martin of Tours. Long ago, in a distant corner of the mighty Roman Empire, a boy named Martin was born in the year 316 that would one day become a saint. His birthplace was in Pannonia, a region that is now part of modern-day Hungary. His father was a Roman military officer, and by law, young Martin was expected to follow the same path. But Saint Martin's heart leaned not towards fighting, but towards service, prayer, and love for God. Against his parents' wishes, he began studying Christianity at just 10 years old and was secretly yearning to follow the life of Jesus. When he turned 15, Saint Martin joined the army just as his father planned for him. But even as a soldier, he stayed kind-hearted, always striving to do good despite the harsh realities of life in the Roman army. On one cold winter day, as he rode into the city of Amiens, he saw a shivering beggar on the roadside. Moved by compassion, Saint Martin drew his sword not to fight, but to slice his warm cloak in two, giving half to the freezing man. After his act of compassion, a miracle happened to him. That night, Saint Martin dreamed of Jesus wearing the exact half cloak he had given away to the beggar. Then Jesus said to the angels, "Here is Martin, the Roman soldier who is not baptized, but has clothed me." Soon after his dream, Saint Martin was baptized, dedicating himself fully to Jesus Christ. He then left the armies in his 20s and even told his commanders, "I am the soldier of Christ, and it is not lawful for me to fight." From then on, he declared his vocation and became a disciple of Saint Hilary of Poitiers. Then, in 371 AD, he was elected Bishop of Tours, even though he had no desire for prestige. When he became a bishop, he continued to live humbly, sleeping only in a small room and wearing simple clothes. He was also very active in his pastoral works, such as helping sick people, preaching in the remote areas, and converting people to Christianity. And because of his dedication to God's work, Saint Martin was blessed with a miracle. One day he went to a small town that worshipped a sacred tree. Saint Martin told them to cut down the tree and worship Jesus instead. The villagers agreed, but told him to stand where the tree would fall and see if God can protect him. Saint Martin agreed, and as the tree fell down, it miraculously twisted midair and landed safely away from him. Everyone who witnessed the miracle fell to their knees and was convinced by the power of his faith. In his later life, Saint Martin suffered a long-term illness, and on November 8, 397 AD, he died at the age of 80 years old. After his death, he was buried in a simple tomb, but because of so many miracles that happened through his intercession, people kept coming to his burial site. Over time, his body was moved to Tours in France, where a basilica of Saint Martin of Tours was built to honor his name, and pilgrims could visit for prayer and devotion. Today he is venerated as the patron saint of soldiers, beggars, and France. His feast day is celebrated every 11th of November. If you like stories like this, follow, like, and subscribe.